welcome to Book 101 Review. Book 101 is all about the books that I read for the last 40 years. And today I have my special guest. He is a visionary CEO, impact investor, and affordable housing advocate. No other than Mr. Samuel Sales. Welcome to Book 101, Mr. Sam, and can you please introduce more about yourself?
Hey, thank you, Daniel. Yeah, I'm CEO of Impact Growth Capital, and I'm an impact investor, a retired Air Force officer, and pretty passionate about affordable housing and how to create more and do a lot of good in the world and make money at the same time. Good to be here.
Affordable housing advocacy is very, very important. Thank you, Mr. Samsel, for sharing your knowledge to the world. So let's talk about how to build generational wealth through impact investing. Can you tell us about it?
Yeah, so when we invest, we typically are looking for a return on our investment, right? You're looking for how much money you make. That's just the way we've been trained, taught, and educated. Money needs to make more money, and that's how it works. Now, that's an important aspect about it, but you can also invest in a way that makes a difference in the world. You can care about how your money is used. When you invest in the stock market, you have no idea how much of that money actually goes to help that business. Some of that money goes to stockbrokers, some of it goes to managers and other things. Some of that money could have been used to buy somebody a Ferrari. When you invest for impact, you invest in a way where you know the money is going to help other people improve their lives in some form or fashion. So that's what impact investing is. You want to make a return. It's not charity, but you want that money to make a difference. And that's what impact investing is.
Mr. Sam, what is it important for families to start thinking long term when it comes to wealth building?
You know, we live in a world where everyone wants to get quick wins. Like it's an Instagram world. We scroll and we move from one thing on to the next thing and lightning fast. When we're trying to create wealth, though, it takes time. You need time for that money to get deployed. That money needs to go do its work, and it needs to come back with its friends. When you look at Warren Buffett, the vast majority of his wealth wasn't created until the very end of his journey. And we like to think, oh, he's made so much money. He has, but it was 40, 50, 60 years in the stock market before and in other companies before he really made his wealth. It takes time.
Yes, people, compound interest. That's what they're talking about. So, Mr. Samuel, what are the key components needed to build a sustained wealth across generations?
To build sustainable wealth across generations, you need a couple of different things. One, you need your capital has to be deployed constantly. You don't want it coming back and then going back out. Every time it comes back, you incur taxes, so you need to reduce your tax liability. You also have to de-risk your investments, meaning if you're investing in risky things, you lose your money and you can't create wealth if you keep losing money. And so investing in things that are held for 5, 7, 10, 20 years, 30 years, fantastic, as well as doing everything you can to de-risk your investment. Throwing money in Bitcoin, super risky, don't know where it's going. It may have gone to a drug cartel or whoever mined it. When you invest in real estate, it's going into the real estate, the buildings, the people, and etc. It makes a difference.
Make a difference, people. So, how does impact investing differ from traditional investing?
Traditional investing is all about the dollar, the return of investment, your capital. It's all about the numbers, right? When you invest for impact, you're investing in a way that improves society in some manner. For me, We build affordable housing. We work with public housing authorities. We tear down slums. We rebuild the slums into clean, safe, affordable housing that is available for people who struggle. And that's what we do. And so when you invest with us, you know your money is going to help people that are struggling, but you're also getting a great return.
Mr. Sam, can you tell us of Impact Growth Capital in general?
Impact Growth Capital, our vision is to create clean, safe, affordable housing for 10 million people. And the way that we do that is investing in a way that creates a profit. The profit enables us to sustain, to repeat, and to scale our impact around the world and around these communities. And so we look for opportunities with government support, backing grants, bonds, LIHTC equity, tax credits, all these different mechanisms that reduce our risk. So there's significantly lower risk than a traditional real estate investment because the government's backing the debt and the equity, or at least a portion of the equity. And then we get to take on these projects and we get to help out a lot of people. So it works out really well.
So, Mr. Sam, what are your struggles in the first year in building your company?
We started back in 2018, and at first we were doing fantastic. In 2019, we started experiencing some struggles as we maybe focus a little too much on impact and not enough on making money. And so we made some judgments based on, hey, we can help this many people, but we weren't thinking about the market as much as we should have considered. And so we've over dozens of deals that we've done, apartment complexes, mobile home parks, over dozens of those projects, we've really honed down our business plan, and now it's pretty rock solid.
Congratulations for building your company to help less fortunate people all over the world. What types of investment fall under the umbrella of impact investing?
Any investment that is specifically targeted to improve social outcomes or to improve any kind of good outcome around the world. Maybe you're looking for investing in solar, or maybe you're looking at environmental stuff or social stuff or governance stuff. Impact goes beyond ESG. Impact is focused on the humans and how to improve lives. And that's what impact is really about.
Interesting indeed. Is impact investing only a high net worth individuals, or can anyone get started?
I think anyone can get started. For us, we only work with accredited investors or qualified purchasers. The reason we do that is the vehicles are just a little bit more sophisticated, and we have found that people earlier in their journeys just are not ready to take on that level of sophistication. But you can go and you can look for other impact investment firms. There's quite a few of them out there these days who you can work with and invest with or partner with. Or if you're looking to start your own impact investment firm, you can always reach out to me, and I'm happy to give some advice or some direction on what to do and what not to do. Impact is a challenge. It's hard. You got to be really focused on doing both, making money and delivering outcomes, or you'll get busted up.
How can impact investing align with a family values, culture, and a long-term vision?
Yeah, great question. I think impact investing, the whole objective is to invest in a way that aligns with your family values, perhaps your religion, your culture. Many cultures think a lot about the less fortunate and are focused on trying to help the less fortunate out. In our scenario, we're not giving handouts to the less fortunate. We're partnering with nonprofits who do help the less fortunate. And then on the for-profit side, we develop the facility so that they don't live in squalor, they don't live in slums, they don't live in crime-ridden areas. They can live peaceably and focus on those things that matter most: education, getting better jobs, taking care of their family, all that stuff.
Very well said, Mr. Sam. Very well said. Let's talk about the strategic wealth planning. What role does financial education play in building generational wealth?
You know, I grew up poor in rural Oklahoma, so American poor. And I've been around the world now. I've been in the poorest countries on the planet, and very, very different level of poverty. But if you don't know what to do with money when you get it, you can't grow it. And the first thing people do when they get money is spend it. They don't know how to save. They don't know how to prioritize. People don't know how to create money. There's a system for creating wealth in the first place. And if you don't know how to do it, then you can't get there. And really, it's all about knowledge. And so even low-level financial education is fantastic, but it's generally taught by other poor people. And so then you have poor people teaching other poor people how to make money, and that doesn't work out very well. But that knowledge, that understanding of how to create wealth, that's what breaks the chains of generational poverty.
Indeed, Mr. Sam, what's your advice for someone looking to start their first impact investment?
Yeah, so the best way is it's probably as a passive investor, is to invest in a way that aligns with who you are. So in finding a firm like ours, reviewing the documents, making sure that this is a sound and wise investment, and then investing in that way. If you're looking to become your own company that does impact investment, then reach out and I'll give you some advice and give you some vectoring on perhaps where the right way is to start. It's difficult. It's really, really difficult. Starting a business alone is difficult. Now add in the fact that you're trying to want to make a difference in people's lives. It just adds another layer of sophistication.
And for that, Mr. Sam, helping other people is something else. Congratulations for being a level up person. How do you balance financial return with the social responsibility in a portfolio?
Yeah, great. So we tie those things together pretty well. You have a fiduciary responsibility to take care of your investment and make as much money as you can off the investment. Now, for us, we created our own nonprofit. The nonprofit can take care of our residents. Now, this is how this plays out. Imagine Sally has a job making $15 an hour. Sally gets sick, can't go to work for 2 weeks, loses her job, because if you don't show up, you don't get your work. It's not a salary job, it's a paid by the hour. She loses her job. She goes to our nonprofit, Halo of Hope Foundation. She says, I lost my job. I need help finding a new job, and I can't pay my rent. Now, normally she's going to get evicted, because by law in the United States, if you can't pay rent, you have to get evicted. There's no such thing as free rent. That's called the Fair Housing Act. And what you offer to one person, you have to offer to everybody. So you cannot offer free rent to anybody. So she can either get evicted and then get mad and tear up the unit and leave, or the nonprofit can cover her rent, cover her utilities, help her find a new job, get her stabilized again, and then let her take back over her rent and stabilize without having to get kicked out, without taking her kids out of school. It's really good business, and it's good for humans. And as a business owner, I didn't lose 3 or 4 months worth of rent because of an eviction. I didn't have a unit get torn up. I didn't have a turnover. I didn't have to go find a new person to fill it. I didn't have to get a discount on the first month's rent. I collected 4 months or 5 months more rent than I would have just by being a good human, connecting with a nonprofit, taking care of Sally and helping her get a job and moving on. So that's how you tie those two things together.
Interesting indeed, Mr. Sam. So let's talk about legacy and values. How do we guide families in defining what kind of legacy they want to leave behind?
Yeah, I think it starts with a question, two questions. What do you want? What do you really, really want in your life? What do you want to be known for? What do you really, really want? And the next question is, why do you really want that thing? And you can drill down 5 times, why do you want that? Why do you want that? Why do you want that? Why does it matter to you? But if you think about life is far more important than having a Porsche and driving it real fast and wrecking it and breaking your legs, whatever. Like life is more than about stuff. It's about people. It's about relationships. It's about lifting where you stand. It's about creating value. It's about living a life of meaning. And if you want your legacy to be full of meaning and to create meaning down the road, then I would love to talk to you and help you do that. If all you care about is just accumulating things, being as bombastic as possible, and blowing everything before you go, like that's a different life, and that doesn't jive with us at all.
Mr. Sam, how can impact investing strengthen family bonds and shared purpose?
Yeah, great. So we do monthly reports to our investors. And now imagine as a family, you decide to invest and help us invest with us, and we are able to tear down a slum and rebuild a new place. In the process, we reduce crime by 75%. I know because we've done that at properties, reduce crime by 75% in the first year of ownership alone. Now imagine the conversation you get to have with your wife and kids, or with your husband and kids, and say, look, we invested in this project. These people are renovating it. They're cleaning it up, or they tore it down and rebuilt it. We got rid of crime. We helped make the world a better place. That's a great way to bond as a family over something that you get to do. And what's great is that you get to invest. We'll go do all the hard work. We'll do all the muddy stuff, and you don't have to.
Mr. Sam, as a visionary CEO, impact investor, and affordable in housing advocate, what will be your short-term and long-term goals?
Short-term goal is to work with the Housing and Urban Development Department of the federal government, and to start taking on more and more of these slums, tearing them down, rebuilding them, cleaning them up, making them great places to live. And our long-term goal is to help more than 10 million people.
Indeed, and congratulations for that, and good luck for your goals. Hoping for more success. And what conversation should families be having now to pass down both financial and ethical wealth?
I think the matriarch or patriarch of the family needs to decide what values really matter to them. And then they need to align their family's investing thesis around those values. So if you really care about the environment, then invest in companies that do environment stuff. If you really care about helping other people, then invest with companies that help other people. You can become fabulously rich. You can triple your income or your investments every 5 or 6 years. You can make great returns by doing that. You don't have to sacrifice your values to make money.
Indeed. So, Mr. Sam, before we wrap up our discussion for today, would you recommend a book regarding what we're talking about?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Would you like to please recommend a book?
Oh, a book. Yeah. I read a lot of books, and one of the books that stuck out to me recently was the book by Dan Martell, Buy Back Your Time. Really, for us entrepreneurs, those people, working and creating, there's a system out there, and Dan nailed it really well in his book. There's a system for creating freedom of time so that we can spend more time with our own families. And that book goes through exactly how to do that. And I really enjoyed it. It's a great book.
Yes, People highly recommended. And I'm inviting you to please do listen to one of my podcasts or other podcasts that I'm maintaining every week. Abstract Essay in its fifth season, People, Abstract Poetry in the second season, Book 101 Review in its fifth season too, Comedy 101 in the second season, and of course my Food 101 in its fifth season, Geography 101 in its third season, as well as my Love Letters and my baby podcast, Mental Health 101. Movie 101 review, it's in third season, as well as my Music 101. Please do listen to them wherever you listen your podcast. So, Mr. Sam, what one's powerful example you've seen of a family building generational wealth through impact?
You know, we in this process we met a lot of families, family offices, people who are really, really focused on impact, and you think about some of what they're doing. And we recently had a $10 million commitment for our fund. And it's amazing to see that not only are they willing to talk about impact, but they're willing to put money behind it and invest. And the reason they invested with us is because of impact, because of what we're doing. And they firmly believe in that mission.
Mr. Samuel Sales, thank you so much for knowledge and empowering the world. So, can you please invite our listeners to support Impact Growth Capital?
Thank you, Daniel.
So, where do people contact you, Mr. Sam?
Yeah, they can go to find me on LinkedIn, Samuel Sells. You can reach out to me, email sam@impactgrowthcap.com, or you can go to our website, Impact Growth Capital, at impactgrowthcap.com, and reach out to us there.
Yes, people, let's support Mr. Samuel Sales, because if you support him, more and more and more empowering business to come. So, Mr. Sam, thank you so much for your time.
Absolutely.
More to come, people. See you soon.